Today we're on the streets and we're asking people, how do you get through your depression? How do you get through your depressing moments in life? It's a hard question. There's always going to be a million different answers.
I know things are hard.
People would love to connect with you.
Yeah, that I think there is always positive on the other end and we can find that together.
Sometimes you don't share everything like you're feeling out.
Whatever you're going through right now in this moment will not last forever.
Keep numbers of friends handy.
And just remind yourself who you are.
A lot of times you can get bogged down in what's going to happen in the future.
That light that people usually find, like that will to move forward, is not something that is always going to be present inside of everyone at all times.
If it doesn't get better, you get better. That's a big thing that I believe.
That sometimes in our society there's this expectation that we're supposed to be happy and positive all the time. That's just not how life is.
I know how hard it is to ask for help in your darkest times.
Sometimes you don't realize you are depressed.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You define success for yourself, and success doesn't have to be this like big grand thing of moving forward. It can literally just be taking a shower.
You're not alone.
It's okay. Be sad, but be sad with your friends. Be sad with anybody.
Stay in there, just know that you're loved, even when you don't feel like it.
I feel you. You're in it right now. You're at the bottom of this like valley, and it gets better.
You're struggling with depression. I think that it's important to realize that there's nothing particularly unhealthy about feeling down.
Your feelings are your feelings, and there's a lot of messed up stuff in the world, so it's natural. I think it only makes sense that we feel pain and depression with everything that's going on in the world. And
know that I'm not alone has been like a huge help throughout my whole life.
Refer to some support staff that are trained like you guys. The hotline, absolutely.
And stay strong. And things might feel really hard right now, but they will get better.
You want to keep your head up.
Accomplishing those goals and doing those things that make you feel good.
There's no amount of things you can buy or people you can fuck or things you can drink or vices you can chase that are going to make that light come on within yourself. You got to do like the hard work, and it sucks, but you have to like sit there and process it. And if you don't take the time to process it, all of the ways that you're going and chasing to get away from it are eventually going to eat you.
You're always stronger than whatever you're coming across, and if not, there's always support from somewhere.
Find the things that have given you joy, connect with those as best you can.
It takes a lot of work.
Because it's so easy to beat yourself up for things you've done in the past and what you did while you were in your illness, and the path to getting better is so tricky sometimes, but it's much easier if you're a friend to yourself.
Don't isolate yourself. Just one text, even. People do care about you.
Don't forget that there's people that care, there's hotlines, there's support. You are not alone.
Consider that you might not be the only one that's feeling kind of alone. Make sure people know that it's a valid thing to be feeling.
You're worth fighting for, you're worth hanging on, so just...
For someone that's depressed, trying to identify the factors that bring you down that way is really important.
It's normal. Like, just explain, everyone goes through this. I mean, it's a part of being human. You just can't help but not get down, and now more than ever.
Maybe it feels like nobody else is going through what you're going through.
It's not going to be something instantaneous, and you can do all the amount of work and read all the books you want, and it's not necessarily going to help, you know? You just gotta like figure it out, just stick it out, yeah.
Wrapped up in anxieties and fears, you know, that stuff isn't really real in the here and now.
It won't always be this way.
Even just the act of speaking to what you're going through can just be a really cathartic experience.
You're worth every little bit of it, so even though right now is hard, life is always going to give you those hard challenges, but you're strong enough to endure it, and that's why you're going through it, so you can come back on the other side better, stronger, just keep holding on.
And it's not weak, it's not any of those things that you think you are when you're in that position.
It's prayer, sometimes it's just crying.
It's hard to reach out when you're hurting and depressed, but we got to help each other get through that stuff.
Right, we're all going through something, and it feels like you're stuck somewhere and nobody can understand where you are. There are more people going through what you're going through than you realize.
To love yourself, and then that's where it starts.
I definitely find that laughter helps, so watching comedy,
or changing your clothes, or making a cup of tea for yourself during the day just to get through it. And that's really helped me.
I listen to music. Music has always kind of been like my way of expressing myself.
Breathing techniques, I would recommend like a 4-4-4-4 breathing thing. You breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it 4 seconds, breathe out 4 seconds, and then don't take any breaths for 4 more seconds. That'll give you an immediate boost to feel better.
Find a quiet time where you can just think about stuff that really makes you happy at some point in your life. Channel that positive energy and go do those things for yourself because you love yourself first. Taking a nice hot bath, eating some good food, make fun of other people if you have to, like, you know, just try to have a good time.
Be strong, keep pushing forward, know that I love you. I'm here for you. You got people who love and want to see you do well.
Whether it's resolved now or resolved in 10 years.
Give yourself a break and forgive yourself for not knowing better until you knew better. That's like the best piece of advice I've ever gotten.
There is a community of people out there that are hurting just like you.